and I don't know which one I want to do, but I want to do this one.
Your horse can finish third and they give you money? Yeah. Oh, but he's got to finish just a teeny weeny bit behind the winner.
Doesn't matter. He can finish 20 lengths behind you. Still doesn't matter. He's still get paid.
Your horse can get beaten by 20 lengths? And they still pay you?
Yeah.
And you've been losing money all these years?
Hello, and welcome to My Whiskey Den. I thought that was kind of appropriate with the last little Kentucky Derby that happened yesterday. And our current guest for the evening, Mr. Oscar Madison, who is gracing our presence and has graced our glasses with plenty of Highland Park options for this evening. So thank you very much, Oscar. It's great to have you on. How are you doing tonight?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
And everyone in the chat, I see Mark JG, Icehouse, good to see you, Renita. AJ, good to see everyone there right early. I'm starting with a Highland Park 12 from 2012. That's 43% alcohol by volume. What is everyone else starting out with, and what are the people in the chat drinking tonight?
I'm doing the same 12.
Oh.
I jumped up. I've got the full volume.
I've got the full volume.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm doing the same thing. Got the full volume.
Oh, yeah.
I see how it is. So now, Oscar, obviously you sent us some fantastic samples here, but let's talk about you and your love of Highland Park. Where did this come from? Because I know you're a pretty big fan.
I didn't catch that, Patrick. You're all scratchy to me, bud.
Oh, okay. Hold on here. Shoot. If I'm all scratchy, I might back out and let Ben and Mike go forward here. So give me a second.
Everybody else hear me okay?
Yeah, can hear you fine.
Yeah, we got you good. Yep.
He's just he's in a dungeon.
Yeah.
Is he coming back, or is he
There it
going
is.
away?
Now you're all clear.
Okay.
Sounded like I was talking to robots there for a second.
Yeah, Patty's
So
in the.
what was his question?
He's got a different dungeon going.
How did you get start with Highland Park?
Oh, how did I get started? Okay. Actually, I got into Highland Park because I was curious about peat. And so I started with a Lagavulin at first. And after my first sip of Lagavulin, 4 hours tasting iodine, the oiliness to it, I said, boy, there's got to be a different way on this real quick. So I was recommended to try Highland Park, a little bit lighter. And the first time I actually tried Highland Park, I got that real potent sulfur note to it. Like, oh my gosh, man. Can't believe they actually recommended this. So I let the bottle open up and sit for a few days and went back to it. And damn, if I didn't like that sulfur note. And that bottle went quick, and it was all downhill after that. Tried the 15 shortly thereafter that, and it was all over. Love it. It's got that, there's something special about Highland Park that just really pulls me to it.
So maybe we're jumping ahead, but what's been your go-to, your favorite Highland Park, or the one, or even broader, the one you can't live without?
Oh, it's got to be just a standard 12-year. Just mostly because that's the cheapest to get. After the tariffs went up, I watched my Highland Park prices skyrocket. I know the tariffs only went up a certain percentage, but I watched Highland Park almost double in price in my neck of the woods. So the 12-year is my standard that I typically have. But when I do get it, it typically doesn't last that long. Either sharing it with friends or just putting it down myself. As a matter of fact, I'm out of the 12-year standard right now.
Did you stockpile the 12 when they changed it?
No, I did not. I've been able to try some of the pre-Highland or the pre-Viking Honor, but I enjoy it as it is today. right out of the bottle, no problems. Just lovely, lovely whiskey for me to enjoy. The peat heather that they have is the heather peat is just, man, special, spectacular.
Yeah. Pat, so for anyone who's checking in, Pat's having technical difficulties, and he just messaged that he is going to try to come back in. And there he is.
But we'll see if it gets a leggy.
There it goes.
I will leave again because life is like that. And I was just seeing Dave here said they're killing a bottle of Valkyrie tonight, which is good. And
Hey, there you go.
and I think I owe her some samples. I think she picked the right horse for the Kentucky Derby. So I'll be getting those out to you probably tomorrow.
Wait. Someone picked a winner in the Derby?
Yeah.
Ah, damn. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what when I was going through. I was pretty sure it was her. So
I
I'll
know
go
it wasn't
back.
me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't do very well on my choice. Before that, I did good when we were in Kentucky. I called it. I said I want to bet on the 7th race. They were in the middle of the 6th. I picked the horse. I won. I won the turtle race that Ed had on, and then it was downhill after that, just like real betting. Right when you get confidence and put too much money on the table, it all goes south.
Back when I lived in Reno, I had a roommate that was really big on betting on the ponies. We go down to the sports book with $20 in our pocket and bet quinellas and drink 25-cent Miller Lite until we were shit-faced. Walk home.
See, I like that about California.
I was back home in Reno, Nevada.
Oh, in Reno. Okay.
24/7, baby. You don't know fun until you've walked out of a bar at 6 a.m. and watched joggers go running by.
Wow. You're right. It's the heather note that I think is that pulls through in most of this that I get from most Highland Parks. I mean, there's things built around it, but that note seems to be the prominent one. Is that true for you guys too?
Yeah, I love the Old 12. I lucked into a couple of bottles going through small towns. I thought, all right, and I don't normally hit all the liquor stores, but when I found the old, because I liked it, and they had just changed it, and I'm like, damn it, I hate when people do that. But I lucked into it, and I don't drink it that often, but man, every time I do, it's like that's why I like that stuff.
Yeah,
it's just a really, really good whiskey.
That's for me. It was like when I started exploring whiskey, Highland Park was one of the first 5 bottles that I got, and it was just absolute love at first sip. I've liked all the releases, but I'm gonna be honest, and Oscar, you're the man that got this one for me.
Yeah.
And that was the first bottle I tried, late 90s, early 2000.
You should have seen the look on my face.
That's something special about that one.
You should have seen the look on my face when I pushed shit aside and found 2 bottles of that on the store shelf.
Right.
Unbelievable.
I'm sure.
I tried to talk the guy down off the pricing. He wouldn't budge. And I'd go back every other week and say, hey, how about this much? No. How much this? No. Well, look how dirty it is. Look how old it is. No. Finally just gave up. Got them both.
Oh, man. That's a find, though. That's a real find. And it's there's a little bit more going on in that one to me than what the current releases are.
Rich.
And I'm not. It is. It's richer. My personal take is it's the quality of the sherry barrels they were using for finishing, and there's some older stocks in the blend,
right,
compared to what they've got now.
Yeah, that Macallan shit they got now has ruined it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I would agree. Oh wait, hold on, that was the wrong one. Sorry about that. Wheel says he's getting the Independence Highland Park 24-year-old. Now, are you planning on getting that in time for Independence Day?
Oh,
I mean,
that's got to be lovely. That's got to be lovely.
I could only imagine.
Right?
Oh, wait, hold on here. I got a late 90s bottling, and I'm like, I can get close. I can get pretty close. I think I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
I really like the honeycomb on this too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a little bit of like pear and just a little touch of apricot. course, I was cutting some of that up before I came over here tonight, so I might be a little biased.
Yeah. Now Ben and I are sipping on the full volume. This is a bourbon barrel finish, which is really different from anything else that Highland Park's put out.
Right.
And just the vanilla notes that come across, that vanilla and that heather peat is just spectacular.
It really is. And you got a 17-year age statement on this, and these bottles typically go for right at 100 or just under if you can still find
Right?
them.
Great
just depending
deal.
on where you are. It's just an incredible value. Yeah. Fantastic flavor. There's some, and what I love too with Highland Park, you get a lot of good tobacco notes out of it, even in this one.
Right. Matter of fact, I knew that was going to happen tonight. I may have to light this sucker up before the show's over.
You might as well start that now.
Go
Let's
for it,
be
man.
honest.
Go for it. Yeah.
And unless you're one of those fast smokers.
No, slow and low, baby. Slow and low.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to switch over to something else. What?
I switched to the 12-year Cask Strength.
12-year Cask Strength. Okay. What's that?
Which
I
one?
need just not well.
All right. I can
The 05.
The 05?
The 05.
All right, I'll go
I
for
was
that
just
one.
on the, because the other one wasn't Cask Strength. It was just from 2012. Oh, I almost thought there was a child safety cap on this one. I may have done
screwed
that
now.
to people.
Yeah.
So the
You may have done that.
2005 single cask, I've got this rated as one of the best whiskeys I've ever spent money on.
Oh, damn, I poured too much in.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you said it,
darn
I'm
it.
like,
What a
Oh, Patrick, come on.
that's just enough for the blend at the end. Damn it.
Oh man.
I already started the blend. The blend's
I have
married.
to-
I got a dumb glass ready.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
This
on
one-
this 2005 single cask, man, for me it's all walnuts and dates and raisins and figs,
Yeah.
and that's
Dates and figs I got.
but the sherry finish that they put on this with that single cask, man, this is brilliant stuff. I paid
Yeah.
way too much for this bottle, and I'm so happy I bought it.
I'm just going to say, like you said, when I went into it right away, it was so much denser than the last one. It was incredibly dense, and it was exactly right. It's all the dark notes that you weren't getting before. Like I might not peg this if you put it in a blind as right away from being the same distillery, just because of what you're getting out of here. I mean, I could easily be swayed. Of course, I haven't been in the Scotch a lot for a year and a half, but still. I mean, I guess you get some notes, but I think it's dramatically different on the nose.
Yeah, waxy walnut, dates
Yeah,
and
I'm,
figs.
I'm nosing this right next to the standard 12 release right now, the Viking's Honor, and it's just such a remarkable difference. Some of the smoke is dialed back. The like the stewed apple note you typically get off Highland Park is dialed back, and it's just what you nailed, Oscar. The walnuts, the dates, the dark fruit. There's a little bit of leather going on, a little bit of chocolate.
Huh. Have you ever tried watering
It's
this
really
down yet, Ben?
rich.
Oh man, no, I haven't.
The
You need to give me a
one I
second.
have, the Riptide. Yeah, which is a 2005. The one I have, the Riptide edition, the kind of the Atlantic Coast version. I have watered it down a little bit before.
Distilled water, what every good drunk should have laying around.
Oh man, I love the date into like the spiciness that happens on this. Ooh. And it has a nice amount of heat, but it's not alcoholic. Midway through my tongue, it's kind of, you can feel the warmth.
See, add a little water to it, and that heather comes right out, man. That peat comes right out when you dial it back.
I just did, and that's exactly what it did. Yep.
Yep.
I just added a little bit more, and you get more of the heather, and the stewed apple notes start to come back too as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did.
stewed apple right on the nose.
I did send out a
Get
couple
a little bit of a
bottles
candied
that way.
violet in there too.
Child safety caps are to make sure that people don't get too drunk. They're a pain in the ass. They're a pain in the ass to get off. Like, I put them on, and then I realized I was having problems getting them off, and I was like, well, they're already on. They're going out to people.
Yeah, I was cussing your name the first time I got samples from you, and I had those white child safety caps. I'm trying to, what the hell is going on here?
Patrick's responsible for those damn caps.
Yeah,
I had to use channel locks. I couldn't get some of them off. I got channel locks out to get the stupid caps off.
Yeah, those caps suck.
I didn't realize they were going to be that bad. I was like, you know what? This isn't really a terrible idea. And I got it. I was like, oh my God, you might as well just break the damn thing to get it open. It was terrible.
I was wondering if that's what I was going to have to do.
It's one of those that won't open it, but mark the bottle like 1965 Weller.
I feel like I can do that. Send a couple out.
Yeah.
Right.
Add a little extra.
Hot glue the cap.
I was going to say, like, add a little something to the inside where it's just not going to happen.
And just throw it.
So,
well, I'm getting like
any plans to
gingerbread
get out
off
to Orkney and visit the distillery sometime?
Ooh.
Not for me. Oscar, are you planning to ever go see the distillery?
In Orkney?
Yep.
Hell no, because if I go, I'm never coming back.
You're not even changing your stance on it. You really would be gone? Do you think you'd pack up beforehand?
What are you talking about? I live in California. Any place is better than here.
Let's see here.
Oh, that is just so good.
Man.
Damn.
There's just a lot going on in it.
Best money ever. Yep. One of the best bottles I ever bought. No doubt about it.
And the cask finish, I'm gonna say, it's there, but it's one of those ones, and Mike, Ben, see if you agree with this, that plays nicely with the whiskey rather than kind of trying to take charge of it. You know, to me, it plays second fiddle to the actual whiskey itself.
Yeah, not trying to cover up their flaws or be in your face about what the finish is. I actually moved on to the Dark Origins, and this is my first time having it.
Really?
Oh, that one's magical, man.
Dio is magical. It's up there. Matter of fact, that bottle that Ben sent me, I haven't even opened yet. Because I know if I do, I'm going to drink the shit out of it.
Yeah, I mean, just this. I mean, on the nose. I mean, man, this is. I get. I mean, there's a floral, but man, I'm getting just this big, massive peaches and smoke.
Oh, this is almost breaking my heart, and giving me a Woody at the same time.
Wait! Don't open it yet. Hold on. I feel like. Sorry, it's just.
What do you?
I feel. Hold on. This piece of shit is not listening. There. See, now it's there. Now we can watch him do this.
Nice.
That was a peach.
It was tight.
And please note, take note.
Oh, drinking from the official glass.
My little peaty glasses.
Oh, they're the minis?
Yeah, they're tiny little things.
Oh, I like the minis. Those are actually those are well used.
Compared to a standard Glencairn?
Yeah, I like those a lot better.
Or a mini Glencairn? This is my bastard ball.
I like those. Those are nice to have.
Those, yeah.
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Fuck. God damn, that's good shit. Fuck.
The earthiness on this is just, wow. On each one of these, something else is playing center stage, or at least jumping out of the glass on the nose differently.
Man, that Dark Origins is just soft.
Mm-hmm.
It hits all the right notes, doesn't it, Mike?
It does. I mean, it's kind of hard to describe. It's so soft. It just comes in, and it feels light in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, I'm not. It just keeps building outward. Wow, that's got great coating on the tongue.
So the first time I found Dark Origins in my town, I fell in love with it, of course, instantly. And I went out and located all 6 bottles in my town. And once I knew all 6 were there, I bought 5 of them. The last bottle was purchased by a woman here in Chico that's part of one of our local groups called Chico Spirits and Cigars, named Tanya. And when I went to go buy that 6th bottle and noticed it was gone, I messaged her immediately. Said, "You fucking got it, didn't you?" She goes, "Yeah, I did." Son of a bitch. Made me cry a little bit inside.
Do we know if Dark Origin is double sherried?
Ugh.
I'm not sure.
Good question.
I thought, yeah, you got me. I thought it was 1, but I could easily be wrong.
Double first fill sherry cask.
Touche. But that was one thing I was going to say. The other nice thing about Highland Park is that they are putting out a ton of releases. There's something different at least once every 3 to 6 months. There's something new, something different, something to try. But so I didn't mean to take it away from the Dark Origins. We'll spill back into that.
When they are releasing,
round they did at least the release here in the United States was Valknut, Valkyrie, and Valfather. I've got both Valknut and Valkyrie. I have not found the Valfather yet in the U.S. And I don't know if I'm ever going to find it, but I know it's out there somewhere. Oh man.
Okay, Mike, Ben, what are you getting on the nose on this one?
On that Dark Origins?
Yeah, you're already on to the next one?
I had done that, and I was writing down my thoughts on it, because I was getting actually I said peaches and smoke, but I'm kind of thinking a little bit of grilled peaches, but there's that little bit of smoke and then the floral note, and I did put a drop of water in at the end, and it opened it up quite a bit, like a lot of the other Highland Parks. I really want to go back to it a lot more, but I don't have much. I want to go back to it by itself. But there's a really nice, kind of a mild ashiness to the glass afterwards.
It is so silky and light.
Yeah.
It feels like a very light, oily coating over your tongue, but it has a lot of flavors. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was a lot on the first drink. The mouthfeel was very pleasant and unique. Fuck it. It was smooth. It felt nice and smooth too.
Almost velvety smooth, isn't it, Patrick?
Yeah. I was trying to dance around it, but fuck it. That's just
fuck
the way
it. It is smooth. You can say it.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit here.
Yep, velvety glove, a little bit of leather in there too. Wow. Yeah,
Velvety
my
glove. It's
I
not
don't
even
know.
Friday,
Glove
Patrick.
fits.
I guess you are in the basement.
I don't know. Hey. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, you never know what's coming down the stairs.
Are you on the other side of the door? That we
Not
always
right
see
now.
on?
I had to pay for a different room.
Huh?
I had to pay for a different room. It was a different room here. I had to pay a different amount of money. This is the one I got tonight.
Different rates.
Different rates. There's no fire exit down here. There's fucking problems.
No window to crawl out of in case you need to.
No, I could take the camera that's like blocked in with those like little glass blocks. There's no way of getting out of here. So
Never say never, Patrick.
I got a discount. I got a discount. Oh, yeah, thanks, Emily.
Oh man.
Oh, they were saying a couple people were talking about the Valknut being the least favorite of the three.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess if you're going to not get a chance to taste one, that's the one to not taste.
It's different, and that's what I was wanted to ask Oscar. What out of the different Highland Parks he's tried, which one stands out as the most unique or different out of all those?
Dark Origins and Full Volume, hands down. Not even close.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The Full Volume, because of that bourbon barrel finish, that vanilla, it's completely contradictory to what Highland Park does. Everything they do is sherry finish. The Valknut is sherry finish.
Mm-hmm.
The 12, 15 year, the 18 year, the Valkyrie, even the Twisted Tattoo is a wine finish. But that bourbon barrel finish on the Full Volume, man, that really stands out to me. And the Dark Origins,
Mm-hmm.
because of the uber sherryness on it, that velvety smooth, it's one of a kind.
And it has some, for me, like tobacco notes. I don't have enough of tobacco, but there has some nice tobacco notes in it.
I don't
too.
get any tobacco notes on it at all. I just get sweet raspberries, a little bit of smoke, like almost like grilled chocolate covered plums.
Maybe it's just the oil.
Super rich, smooth.
Have you had marzipan?
Yeah, actually, I have.
You're lying. Nobody's had marzipan.
It's not even a real thing.
It's not. It's like unicorns and fairies.
I just wanted to know because it. I haven't had it, and I never can seem to find it. But of course, I live in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I was gonna say everyone references it, and there's a lot of times when we'll ask, and people have not had it, so it's hard to reference it when you've
Okay, so the
never
Yankee
had
version of marzipan is called toffee.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna pay
That's the
more
closest
attention.
thing I could say that what it is.
Hold on here.
But marzipan is a little more nuttier. I said nuttier.
All right.
You're pretty nutty if that's what you're calling as a tasting note is marzipan.
All right. I am going to go with the Highland Park late 90s bottling. Just because I feel like switching over here.
You're moving up.
And I'm pouring a healthier pour, as all of you should do out in the chat and here with us tonight. Have a healthy pour.
I moved on to the Valknut. I want to go right to what see what people are complaining about.
I'll match that then.
All right.
One glass of Valknut coming up. Now, even as a Highland Park fan, I had a hard time discerning the differences between Valknut and Valkyrie. They're really close.
Okay.
And I was a little pissed off when I bought both bottles and discovered that. Because I could have just bought two of them.
Oh, whoa.
Has your opinion changed a little bit over time, though? Have they gotten further apart? Have they gotten further apart for you over time?
No, they have not.
Really?
They're right like that. So that's what's
my first impression off the nose. It reminds me a little bit of Bunnahabhain.
Really?
I get a little bit of the salted caramel note that I get off of Bunnahabhain.
A little bit of that Isla funk in there, isn't it?
It's got a little bit of it's got a little bit more of a funk going on than the standard Highland Park.
See, that's why I'm glad I get to hang out with nerds like you guys. I don't get shit like this back home. I just hang out with drunks. They're like, hey, Mac.
We could go there too.
Yeah. You got lots of whiskey. Let's go drink at your place.
It's only when that becomes like a habit, It's like Yeah, don't. I have this locked cabinet. Please don't go in it then.
I'm actually quite blessed. I got a neighbor in my apartment complex who he used to be an offensive lineman for the LA Rams in the 80s. The man is the size of a mountain, and he has a great appreciation for whiskey and cigars. We get together about every 6 weeks and get absolutely fucking shit-housed.
That sounds fantastic. 'Cause you got a pretty nice little collection in the background, and I somehow feel like that's only like an eighth of what you may have, Oscar. I feel like you have a big collection hidden over there.
That's about half of it right now, Pat.
Okay. You're within reason then. There's some people that have I mean, I understand getting caught in the couple.
It was a lot bigger, but COVID happened in 2020. My collection got significantly smaller.
The increase in drinking and lack
This
of
is what
buying.
happens when you're an essential worker.
All right. Now,
So your neighbor, did he block for Jim Everett?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever talked about ever talked to him about the little episode of with Jim Rome that Everett had?
Oh no. Oh, no. I don't mention anything about football. So
Okay.
he was a big time. He was actually something big at Notre Dame in the late 70s, and
All right.
so when I talk football with my neighbor, I try to go to his glory days at Notre Dame and not his not so glory days with the Rams.
Right.
It makes things go a lot smoother.
Okay.
you gotta learn how to enjoy an evening. You know, sometimes that's a lost art.
It really is.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the last time we got together drinking, he bought a bottle of Old Ezra 7-year bottled in bond. And we finished the bottle that night, and I don't remember exactly what happened.
Imagine that.
I know, right?
I may have had a few nights like that.
You tried drinking with a fucking 350-pound guy, right? I'm 145 pounds soaking wet. I called him the next day. I said, Mike, what the fuck happened? He goes, I'm really impressed. I can't believe you drank as much as you did. Like, what happened? He goes, you were perfectly fine. You were a gentleman all the way through. All right. I can deal with that.
So I just went and pulled the Boona 18 to take a pour of this right next to the Vault Nut because there's so many notes that's reminding me of that, and just nosing, it is really darn close. I mean, it's eerily close, right off the nose. I would say the Boona Hobbin has maybe a slightly more fruit going on, but that's hard to differentiate between the two.
I've only had the Boona 12, and I can totally get what you're getting at.
Yeah.
So I was trying to zoom in for the science class you were doing there for a second.
There's a little bit more of a sherry fruit on the Boona in the 18, but there's this salted caramel note that comes off. There's a little bit of a woody kind of Isla funk going on there, and wow, it's really similar.
Do you have any Valkyrie with you, Ben?
Yes, I do. I'll pour that one next, and let's see how that compares to the three.
You bet. Dump.
Don't. All right. I was doing he's doing that. I'm on the 12-year-old from the 90s. Wow. Did you ever feel like your tongue was broken?
Never.
When you're doing a couple of these? I'm getting like a tangerine note in this. That I don't. Yeah, I feel like I'm broke. I wasn't getting that in pretty much any of the other things, but I'm getting that in this right now.
Okay,
There's a punchline in there somewhere, Patrick. There's a punchline in there somewhere.
All right, so
Maybe
here's what I'm getting.
Claim that he's got a broken tongue.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's coming midway through to the end. It's just this bright tangerine note that is like. Go on with what you guys are doing. I'm gonna figure this shit out on my own.
All right, figure it out. So the Buna overall has a little bit more of a floral perfumey note to it going on. The Valknut I find slightly flatter than the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie comes across, and I'm just going off the nose right now. The Valkyrie comes across as slightly brighter and a little bit more of a floral kick to it versus the Valknut. Valknut feels just slightly tamped down on the nose.
I gotta agree, Ben. A little more bright.
Yeah, not a big difference, but it's a little bit more bright.
Seems a lot newer.
It does. I feel like the Valknut has a little bit more. There's a little bit more wood, a little bit more barrel note going on to it versus the Valkyrie on the palate. That's what's coming across to me. I get a little bit more malt presence on the Valkyrie, whereas the Valknut, I feel like it's a little bit more wood and oak.
I'm also noticing through some of these, like on this one that I'm having, that most of them have a light oily and like this nice light velvet feel on the mouth or on the tongue and the finish. That's almost more what I'm getting through as like the underlying thing is this really nice velvety mouthfeel. That's everything's well married because you're not noticing high points or something jabbing out at you. But out of all these, that's what I'm getting. And I do. Do you have this one, Mike? Just tell me that I'm nuts with this tangerine thing. I don't know where this is coming from.
You're nuts.
Okay, thank you.
But
yeah, Ben, you're right on that. It's a lot newer.
Mm-hmm.
It is more bright. A little more shiny.
I get a little bit of a smoky caramel note coming on the Valknut. Smoky toffee. Whereas the Valkyrie, a little more bright, a little more fruit, a little more perfume to it.
Perfume.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, this is why I watch you guys.
What? Wow. I'm having like this build up on my tongue of all the stuff is really like it's like a light level finish, but it is like holding on to my tongue like desperately right now. I gotta run and go grab a water. Just because I gotta clear it. Like this is just like it's like holding on ridiculously.
so I poured the 90s again, and I'll say something in agreement with you, Patrick, but I realize the other thing I'm going to say is probably going to cause a lot of giggles.
Well,
but it's
you
not,
French tickle your way through it.
You're not too far off. I get what you're saying with like a little bit nuttier on there, but it's not a particular nut, but it's like the nut oil.
Sorry, yeah, I did giggle. That's okay.
I knew that was going to happen.
I guess so, but it was more the tangerine thing that was just this bright, fruity, citrusy.
You're talking about on the older 12, the 90s bottle 12?
The 90s
Okay,
12.
yeah.
The 90s 12.
All right, I'll pour that now.
All right.
But I get the fruit part, but again, it's a thicker representation of the fruit, almost like if you had the fruit that had
Concentrate.
I don't want to say canned, but you know what I mean, where it's a little syrupy, but not too sweet, but it's got a little bit of that on there.
Yeah, thing's beautiful.
That's
All
a
right,
killer
Patrick.
bottle. Yeah.
Going to the mid 90s.
Yes. Oh, mid. I'm in
12
the
here.
late.
Which I have much left of this.
I'm nursing it like a mother. This is sacred, a sacred bottle. I'm protecting
Tiny
that one.
sips.
Sharing it plenty, but yeah,
All right. I haven't had enough, Eli. I've only had 2, and one of them was this evening. This one's from the late 90s, and this one at this point has.
Here you go, Eli. This is it.
Oh, hold on.
Emily Chambers, Marmalade. That would be a great description on this one, I think.
Ooh. Yes. Wow. Damn, she's not even on the show, and she's.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect Marmalade with a little bit of smoke and heathered peat coming through.
Boom.
A really dense honey. Yeah.
Oh, man. Totally changes how I feel about this 12-year.
Ooh. Man, after coming off all the other ones we've tried, coming back to this, wow.
Wow. Absolutely, Ben. You're right. Marmalade.
Yeah.
I think I'm finding that one the most interesting right now. And that's only because of the weird trip that's coming around. I don't know. I'm starting to get buzzed. I'll just be frankly honest. The review of the last one will not be accurate as far as that goes. Wow. It's tasty as hell. Holy shit. All right, so what's one of the ones we haven't had yet? Is it the 13-year-old Cask Strength?
You're slacking behind, man.
What? I thought I went through. I had 5. Did I? I'm pretty sure I've had all of them and maybe even this one. I've had a little bit of everything. I'm just making sure we went over it. I may have sipped a couple before.
You've had 5. I think I'm on number 8 right here.
Well, that's because you have some extra bottles there. I only have 5. Okay, so, and I know there's good reasoning, but we're towards the back end of the show, and they're not watching anyways. Did you think that Highland Park? They just had a very unique timing with some of their naming releases that coincided with some stuff that was going on at the Whiskey Vault and stuff. Did you think that was weird and odd? I know that there were emails that supposedly predated it by like 2 years, giving them ideas. I still thought it was kind of shammy, and I'm going to say it.
Completely coincidental.
Completely? Even the
Absolutely.
dolphin one?
You don't want them coming on the show, do you, Pat?
They didn't come on the show in the first place. I put it out there. There's things, whispers in the wind. No, but it's just the timing was so weird on each and every one of them. I can believe that. I just was like, that was hard for me to buy.
All right, guys.
So,
let's get back to the whiskey for a second. Take that 13-year single cask and nose that next to the 90s 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Where am I?
I need a dishwasher after this.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah.
Now here's the other thing. Think about this. This 90 12-year-old, this 90s 12-year-old is a 43%, and this Cask Strength 12 is a 63.2. And you sit here and nose these side by side, and there's not a dramatic difference at all between them.
Oh, man.
I mean, that
Holy
90s
shit.
12-year just stands right up to it, and they're both carrying the same profile, the same notes.
Identical.
Yes.
That's crazy.
What a bunch of fucking whiskey nerds.
Mm.
Hey, that's just exciting when you can see that. Okay, I gotta go back to the tasting.
On the nose, they're identical.
Yep. On the palate, you get more punch, you get a little more oil, you get more proof, but the older 12, it feels slightly watered down from what the Cask Strength is, but it's even coming across in the same way. Like if I were dialing this in on a stereo, you're working the bass, you're working the treble, you're working the mids, all that. It still has that same. It just hits the same way. It just slightly watered down.
I was gonna say, I think the 90s is just a little bit softer.
So,
Yeah.
The 90s 12 year just has less volume than the Cask Strength.
Right.
But it's not by a horrible amount.
But the nose is identical.
Right.
Oh man.
I can't pull. I mean, I can't pick out anything different.
That's fucking awesome.
Good question. Good question. So do you think their blending has gotten worse since the single cast still shows that profile? Ooh. Now, if you didn't want them to come on the show before, they probably won't now. Thanks a lot, Eli. I don't know. This could just be. When was the 13-year-old single cask from? That one's from 04?
2004. Yeah.
Okay. So that's only 8 years. Well, that's pretty close. You're probably within about 6 to 8 years of each other. I don't know. I think they were doing a good. You're doing pretty good if you were getting a flavor profile in the late 90s one. I like that one. But I don't know. I think overall, I think their blending's pretty decent with what they're doing. Sorry, go on. Someone else can jump in.
I think it's still fine. I won't say that it's worse. I just think, to me, this is a 13-year that's hitting a similar profile. Again, it confirms to me they're using a lot older blends in that older 12-year-old, whereas the stocks have gone down, and so they don't have as much that they're putting into the newer blends. It's younger whiskey, and I think that shows. Whereas this 12-year-old, there's probably some 18 and 20-something-year-old barrels that are going into that from back in the 90s when they were doing this. And then the whiskey boom hits, everybody knocks her out, and they're having to use younger and younger whiskeys in the blends. So,
well, and then they just take off the age statement on a lot of it anyways. A lot of their releases are no age statement to begin with. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
yeah.
But, yeah, when you're getting some of that older stuff, wow. The 13-year-old Cask Strength has a nice punch to it, man. I'm really enjoying some of these. Thank you, Oscar.
I wish I had some more of that 13-year-old Cask Strength, but I drank it all. It was delicious.
Don't blame you a bit on that. This has all been fantastic. This has been an absolutely fun journey here tonight, exploring
I'm still
the
tripping out
lineup
on
here.
the comparison between the 12-year Cask Strength and the mid-90s 12-year. Man, the nose on this is identical. I don't know what to do. I'm like I'm lost in a time warp here.
No, it's good. It's good when you hit those moments, though. Oh, okay. I went to a massive all blend. Oh,
So, any of you guys got the twisted tattoo?
No, I do not. No.
You suckers.
And we've been on this craft journey. My scotch selection has gone down hard, just big time in the last year.
I just realized
needs some work.
But one of my friends had a bigger selection than I did of some scotch, some PD scotch, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, I gotta go replenish it. Well, I challenge that there are some smoky / PD American craft stuff that I enjoy quite a bit as well too, but it's not the same. There's different profiles and flavors going on. Ooh.
All right, so I'm getting into the blend. What do you guys think?
Well, it's not off-putting at all on the nose compared to the last couple we've done, where it was like some bad things that happened in the glass. This one does not smell like that at all. It smells nice and pleasant.
It tastes like a blend of Highland Park. No, but I mean, it's not better than the sum of its parts at all. It noses and tastes like, I just mixed a bunch of Highland Park together, and I also threw in old Highland Park 15 with it because I had that tonight too. but it's I mean, it's totally fine. But I guess I was expecting more. But I mean, if this was something in the bottle on the shelf that I could get, I would buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just expecting to, I was just kind of expecting, with given some of the things that have been put in there, it's like, man, this is gonna be really good. It's good. It's just not.
I'd have thought the Dark Origins would have taken over a little bit more. I feel like some other stuff kind of washed that out a little bit.
It's good. It feels a little bit flat on the nose to me. Like some of the notes tamp down a little bit.
It is flat. The mix is flat.
See, you're laughing at me, and I was right.
I was just hoping in like a couple minutes or something this would open up a bit and change.
No, mine's been poured since before the show.
Oh,
it's tasty. It's tasty like Highland Park, but the flavors feel really condensed, and they hit and they're gone, and it's not like this big enveloping flavor profile hitting your mouth like when you're sipping one of the normal single casks. This one just everything feels condensed and muted down.
Eli not a bad idea.
How about the quarter cask, Eli?
Oh, it'll probably work. I like the quarter cask better myself, so
I do too.
All right, you go quarter cask. I want to go a little 2020 Carchus and see how that hits in this.
You know what, Ben? You sent me that sample. I dare not to open it because I know I'm going to love it, and I'll never have it again. And I'm going to curse you for fucking sending it to me.
We'll go get it right now.
You had that. Listen, I sent you a sample of that Octomore 8.2.
Sent him a sock.
I
heard you say that.
Yeah, a little tongue tied there,
dude.
Tube socks, man. It's a whiskey tribe thing.
You stubbed your toe on a sock. What?
Yeah. But I sent you that 8.2 Octomore a while back, I think.
10-1.
I don't have 10-1. No, the only one I've had was the 8.2.
If you sent me the 8.2, I had it. And I drank the shit out of it.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. That one has a wine finish to it. This Carchus 2020 is very similar to that, except it's got a little bit more of that Freud funk going on.
I don't want to drink that.
Go
because
get it.
I'm going to love it, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy it ever again in my life.
Oscar, go get it right now.
Do it.
Come on. It's right over there.
So, okay.
I'm throwing in the 10-year Cask Strength.
No. Hold on. So Ben, about 6-8 weeks ago, Ben sent me a fucking box of 30 samples of the most beautiful shit you could ever imagine. And I'm fucking pissed because I'll never be able to taste anything like those samples ever again. What the fuck? How could you do that to me?
It's a box of joy.
I could just not send them and you never experience it, But
I almost wish you did. Not send them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Eli's on the right page with me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, the Lefroy.
Here's what Ben sent me. Right here. I've got 12 of the 30 downed, and I don't want to finish the remaining 16, 18. I don't want to drink them. I'll never have anything as beautiful as this ever again. What the fuck?
Oh, come on, man.
Eli says to drink it.
There's always next time, buddy. There'll be more new experiences.
There it is. Oh. There it is.
Oh, see? It's right there. It's just a little twist. A little twisty.
You guys fucking suck. You guys fucking suck. Hold on, I gotta rinse the glass out.
I hope so.
Yeah. I will say this, Lefroy just took this.
How you doing?
Donald Rance jumping in the chat. Hey there, buddy. But this Lefroy just took this next level. It really did.
Yes. It dominated the hell out of it.
Put it in some submission, did it?
I just
Highland
changed
Park.
I changed the ratios back a little bit.
Oh, did you?
I just took a bite of some dark chocolate to go with it, and that was, oh man, that is fantastic.
Dude, fuck you, Ben. That was beautiful.
Oh. Okay. So I did half blend, half Lafroig 10 Cask Strength. That was not.
Oh,
it was
fuck.
good, but it was not
God
great.
damn.
And I changed ratios back to tip it more towards the Highland Park side. That's really nice.
Mm.
So what did you drink again there, Oscar?
I just put down a little taste of the Lafroig Cardias 2020 port red wine,
yeah.
104 proof.
Yeah, I killed that drink right away. That two
Oh.
ounce sample just went away.
That
It's
is
gone.
really good. That is really good.
That, for me, that's one of the best Lafroigs I've ever had.
God damn, yeah. It is the best Lafroig I've ever had. Not even fucking close.
The red wine part of it was awesome.
Not even close. Fucking asshole. Why do you gotta send me shit like that I'll never ever have again?
Well, hey man, I got the bottle and then came back home and opened it and tried it, and then went back to get another one, and it was gone because it was like, crap, I need more of this. But
That's one of those bottles when you find it on the shelf, you'd sucker punch your fucking grandmother to get it. Right in the fucking mouth. God damn. Fuck. Fuck.
We've done our job.
Dude,
We broke them. That was our job
Yeah.
for the evening.
you broke me.
welcome
You
to my
broke
whiskey den. Yeah, welcome to my whiskey den torture porn, where we're torturing Oscar with great whiskeys that he'll never have again.
me. Fuck.
I think we could change part of our show to be that. That would be great.
Well, you're already in the dungeon there, Patrick. So
Well, I am kind of nervous about the steps,
Yeah.
but we don't have enough extra subscribers to get me out of these low level productions. I'm gonna be fucking down here for a while. It's okay. I can make my way. I can pay for this.
I don't even remember what's even in this glass. I'm broken. I'm absolutely broken. I don't know.
Yeah, that thing flattens out pretty bad. I don't know, man. I think you're exactly right, Mark. Jesus Christ. There, see?
who's stumbling now?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you can't even get the names right.
Yeah. What'd you say, Lou?
Hey, at least I didn't send someone a sock.
Better than calling you Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
What?
What the hell?
But no, I think all of these individually on their own were better than the combination of them together.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be mean, but I do think that each one had a little more uniqueness or something special to it, where this kind of just washed them together and tamped out that top like edge of like on the nose at least. Yeah. Before we go any further, let me get just a little talk of some upcoming shows we have going on before we go too much further. Next Monday night, we will be having Hunter Coffee on. He is a distiller at Three Boys. We met him recently on our trip to Kentucky, and we'll be talking to him about what he's doing there. That is going to be a really fun experience because we got to do everything with them, and they were, like Mike said when he watched his video, if you didn't go over to Facebook, take a watch of it. He had a little recap of the trip. Everyone was very giving of their time, and maybe it was just me, but everyone seemed relaxed around us and tense around some of the other people, guests, or tours.
Well, there were tour people that were causing stress because people were, well, okay, public service announcement. If you're going to go do a whiskey tour, A couple of things. You're not going to say what you think I'm going to say. If you're going to do a whiskey tour, don't walk in there and act like you paid $1,000 and everyone's supposed to kiss your ass and get out of your way, because they're not. You didn't pay any more than anybody else, and you are no more special than anyone else who is there. So don't act like that distiller or whoever's giving you the tour has been waiting for you to show up all day because they want to hear you spew shit out of your mouth and ask a whole bunch of questions and try to impress the people that are around you. We ran into that. We won't say where, and it was more than one place that was happening, and they were like exhausted. So we were, aside from being our normal cool selves, I would say a breath of fresh air, and we were acknowledged as such.
So you think, Mike? So you think?
We were Hunter was one. I mean, he had just, and we were there in the morning, and he had just been hammered all morning. One after another, and he was just like, I'm so glad I don't have to do this right now, and he's like, what do you guys want to talk about? And one of the nicest, coolest people, and as we said many times, the guy clearly really, really cares about the craft of what he's doing and making really good stuff, and I'm really looking forward to the show and people getting to know him, because they should be going out and beating down the doors to go buy that whiskey and not standing in line for any of the horse shit that people stand in line for.
I thought you were going to go with your how to use a whiskey.
And then that motherfucker, no. No, I'm not going to talk about that stupid slack-jawed dumbass son of a bitch who was spilling all of his whiskey down the side of the barrel. I'm not going to talk about it tonight.
Are we going to do a demonstration on how to use a whiskey thief?
I think we should. I
We
think
need to
that's
tie
what we're
that in
going to
the
have
next
to do.
to the next show. Maybe that night with Hunter.
Yeah.
Demonstrate to us the proper way to use a whiskey thief, and not to hold your bottle way away from the barrel and pour whiskey all over the place.
Yeah.
Hey, it's because you're talking to the girl behind you about how you know how to do this and how she should pay attention. What
trying to be cool,
doing
and
this,
impress. Yeah.
waving it all over the barrel and the barrel next to you. And poor Greg's shoe as he tries to grab the thief from the guy and put it like, hey, you got to pay attention here, man. And, I mean, when someone from the distillery jumps up on you and is like, hey, you got to focus on getting this hole in this tiny other little hole for the bottle. Yeah.
Was this guy the same?
I'm sensing that spillage, that technique. I'm sure that he carries that over in a lot of things that he does. I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch the show, but I kind of hope he does, because you suck.
Hang on, was this the same jackleg that overfilled the bottle and they were trying to tell him he needed to pour it out?
Oh yeah.
And he didn't want to do it.
Yeah, they're like, dude, headspace is a thing. Oh, it's like, no, you need to get rid of this. He filled it to where it was running down the side of the damn bottle. He's like, that's going to explode on the way home. It's going to do it. You have got to leave space on there. But he was trying to get every last bit out of it.
Serenity now, Mike. Serenity
now. Serenity now.
Man.
Serenity now.
Yeah.
God damn it, where the fuck is my aluminum pole?
Listen, when Festivus rolls around this year, I know what Mike's grievances are going to be.
That's
Just
right.
airing of grievances. We're going right back here, baby.
Yeah, he was our Lloyd Braun, half wit, can't do anything, but you just got to say, "Good job, buddy." Anyway, we weren't going to talk about that tonight, but
we've talked about it every night since it happened.
You should seriously tune in for Hunter, because I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, he's using some nice techniques, and he's doing some upgrades to the facility. So we also, coming up on the 15th, which is not our normal night, it is a Saturday night, because who knows how long we go and what happens. We are having John Gunstel on from Crowded Barrel.
Yeah.
He's going to be coming on. There may be some samples that were smuggled off of the property. So you should join us for that, and the tasting we'll be doing with that. And at some point in the next time frame, it'll come up. we're going to be doing a night where we review Still 360 and Stumpy's, a St. Louis night. So join us for that. That's going to be 5 whiskeys in that alone. But that's the way we're going to have to do some reviews. We have to book them together. There's no way we're going to be doing these things at one at a time. They're just we'll never be done. We'll be 5 years behind on releases. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to have batch reviews like that. So stop on out for those, especially Hunter and John's. Those are going to be fun evenings. So I don't know. I think
I'll throw out too, Patrick. Coming up in June, working on this right now, trying to nail down the dates. But we've got the guys from Kentucky Artisan.
Oh yes,
are going to be joining us. Those are the people that are doing Jefferson's. So if you're a fan of Jefferson's, they also do a lot of contract distilling, and they're working on their own product line. A really nice distillery they got going there, and Bluegrass Distillers, which is currently based out of Lexington, and they're making some really nice product, especially a blue corn bourbon that is fantastic. And so they're going to be joining us in June as well.
Working on getting those done, and the bluegrass blue corn one, is pretty nice. I just snuck a small taste of it, and not enough to even really give a thought on it, but it was pretty nice just off the little sip I had.
And I got to actually tour the place this past weekend, and it's
that's
fantastic.
Where you were. You got
it's
recognized really cool. as media, as whiskey media.
Yeah, we got called out as whiskey media, and kind of intimidated the tour guide a little bit once he found that out. But he did a good job, and we tried to be really graceful, but he did a fantastic job. They're making some great whiskeys, and really cool setup. But they're getting ready to move. They're moving to a new location. They're growing, and they're going to have a really nice setup. So it's going to be fun to hear about what they're doing.
I missed this before. John jumped in, and he's like feverishly taking notes on thief etiquette.
Don't be that guy, John. Don't be that guy. Never.
There's
be
a
that
picture
guy.
out there, and you can see the aftermath.
No etiquette. There is no etiquette.
Stupid son of a bitch. Yeah. It was a crime scene.
It was. Oh
yeah.
Yep.
Mrs. Ewalls on Instagram. Check out her award-winning cocktail using the Highland Park Valkyrie. So if you have some at home, check that out, and maybe make a cocktail before bed tonight.
She makes crazy cocktails.
Yeah,
that's just like one where, like, if you were looking at food that somebody made, and they're like, "Oh, but I did this, and I grew this to make this," and you're like, "It's dinner. What the hell?" But like she does it with the cocktails. It's like, "Oh, so I grew this bush to make this, whatever," and it's just so impressive. And I know I'm overblowing it a little bit, but it's extremely impressive that you're like, those are magnificent ingredients that you have put together. And I applaud you every single time.
And she impressed Heather Manley because she was not afraid to use some glitter.
This is true. Yeah, glitter's
always
good.
And impressing Heather is a good thing too. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, and even Mitch Weddle was saying you were pretty heated about it that night at dinner. Even like Mike's been hot about this. This is one thing
fresh.
At any point, if you can just like pry Mike up with this anytime you want.
Yeah, sorry, it was a bad experience.
Well, Mark, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. If you missed his interview a couple weeks ago, stop in for Whiskey Santa. He was looking like, you got a nice beard going there too.
Wait, there's a Whiskey Santa?
Oh yeah, he's from Canada.
Fucking Canadians.
Mark's Canadian Whiskey Santa.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey, you never know. You're always happy whatever gifts you get from Whiskey Santas. Everyone's hoping for a Whiskey Santa, you know?
Unless you get that Canadian mist in your stocking.
Still waiting for the Canadian Santa.
And well, the thing is, I feel like the Canadian government like tries to stop him from going over the border. Like,
yeah, they're taxing
him. All right, now, yeah, I think that's pretty good for the evening. I was gonna say we've kept you on here about an hour, Oscar, and I know it's good. I'm trying to be a little more mindful of Ben being out on the East Coast, and I'm getting a little buzz on already with a few of the drinks we've had here this evening. Just to be frankly honest.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm fucking hammered. Man, I went straight from work, walked my dog, and came to this and started drinking.
And you did down that one pretty good. So hold on, I feel like I should do something here. I mean, we should have a good cheers before we go out here. Let me pour something.
What are you going to cheers with?
I am going with, well, the Highland Park 2012, mainly because it's the one I have the most of at the moment. All the rest are pretty low to damn near empty or gone.
I'll do that too.
But they were fantastic. There was a couple of them in here that were, I don't know. It makes me long to know what people were doing in the past that were different all the time. Just because of the intense richness you get off of stuff in the past that you don't now. Like you were saying, Ben, maybe it's just what you're blending from is deeper and richer overall in general, and probably was accurate for part of that time frame. But I mean, I can't imagine being in the meeting and having to argue about it and be like, no, we need to change like this to compete and stay with the times, but we're going to make our product worse. And we honestly are saying that in the meeting, you know. I mean, I guess you do what you got to do, but there's a couple of times that we've seen it that it's like, man, why would you ever change what you were doing back then? This is absolutely fantastic. Yes, Mark, I'm not in a whiskey cellar, but I am in a cellar.
He's in somebody else's cellar.
I'm in someone else's. No, like I said, it's the only place I could afford that had Wi-Fi.
You don't want to know what he has to do to get out.
Well, you need more likes and subscribes. Is what you need to do. What? Oh,
Ben said he was losing internet.
What happened to Ben?
He's losing internet. He's full of shit. His internet was fine. But I don't know what happened to Ben. He jumped off. But that's okay.
I have to say, after having all those and having that blend, then going back to an old Highland Park 12, it holds up. Surprisingly, that nice, mild, delicious, sweet Highland Park 12 really holds up through everything else.
I don't know about you guys, but this blend is spectacular.
Oh, did you add some of the Lafroig to yours too?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. See, I can see that spike. You guys were all saying that, like, put it over the top, and I totally believe that extra jump in. Oh, look, we maybe have a Benjamin back. Yeah, see, he's there. You're there. I'm not going to leave without letting you come back.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Oscar, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate hanging out and just sipping some drinks with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really appreciate it.
I especially like how excited you got at the end. And we are going to have, we may have to look at that, if not this year, maybe next year, doing like a whiskey calendar or something where it's some stuff you might not get to try, but only that year, and it should be pretty fun. Just kind of like the box you're talking about. If not this year, we might have to work on that for next year. I think that would be pretty sweet. So remember, it's not the size of the den that matters. It's the love of whiskey. Cheers, everyone out there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Your horse can finish third. And they give.
Wait, that's not it. That was the wrong fucking one. That's what. Sorry about that. Cheers.
Nip High football rules.
Mr. Madison, what you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.